Hey guys, we are back with some more Toronto GM mode, and unfortunately, I lost the original audio file for this episode. I seem to be having all the technical problems in the world right now, because, in episode 52, that was supposed to be the off season, but we had to end up skipping the off season because the original episode 52 ended up getting completely corrupted. Like, as I explained in the last episode, there was a bunch of lines going all over the place. It was glitching out. My audio wasn't aligned. It just wasn't fit to be uploaded at all. So we had to skip ahead to the start of year 10, and we're, I believe, about a quarter or a third of the way through the season at the moment. So just bear with me here with the post commentary, boys. I'm not used to it. So I believe we're fooling around with the power play at the moment, because the power play numbers to start the year were pretty abysmal. So I believe we switched Carrick and Barry. I'm not sure. Wasn't exactly paying attention there. I've been sort of focusing on commentary. But I guess here we go with the simulation. I mean, I already know what happens, so again, bear with me here, boys. It's not my style of commentary to be doing this, but I feel like GM modes sort of have to be commentated. Otherwise, if there's no audio in it whatsoever besides the game audio, it's just gonna be so boring. And if I put music over it, music is just, I don't know. It just, for some reason, for me, it just doesn't feel like it fits with the GM mode, or at least with the style of commentary that I normally do. So again, we're just gonna go through with this commentary here, and hopefully this audio file doesn't get lost, because that would be just so demotivating. Because honestly, I was contemplating even wanting to do the audio on this, do it over, because I had actually not only lost the audio, but it turns out the audio that was lost was recorded with my laptop's mic, meaning that there would have been a good amount of echo, and it just would not have sounded good anyway. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise that it was lost, so it forced me to sort of redo the commentary. um, and I think that happened in one other video this week that I recorded. I'm not sure, but I think it happened in another video, so that's gonna really suck redoing that. Although I'm pretty sure it was a shorter video than most of my GM modes are, so that'll be better on my voice. Anyway, yeah, we're starting to win some games here. It looks like we're 22-12-2 at the moment, so pretty nice. Again, this isn't really my style of commentary. Nice 8-0 win there, if I am seeing that correctly. My screen is my preview screen is pretty small right now on the video, so I don't know exactly what's going on, since the quality is a bit for me during the preview stages in my video editor. But whatever, we'll power through it. And Max Domi already has 33 assists on the season, and we are only in the beginning of January, so he was a necessary pickup. I'm glad I traded Connor McDonald and a first for him, because we're not going to be using the first, obviously, because, it's the last year. And Connor McDonald, he's a solid defenseman, but again, he was, I guess, he's not the worst. I wouldn't say he's the worst defenseman on our squad, or who was previously on our squad, but he just didn't fit in with the rest of the team, because I really like that shutdown pair of Tenorti and Murphy. And obviously, you gotta like Day, you gotta like Carrick. He just didn't fit in. So, you gotta trade Murphy, because he was asking, or not Murphy, what's his name, McDonald. Because, okay, so he was asking for like $4 million in the offseason. So I offered him an RFA, and basically just traded him away to a team that needed defense in Arizona. And we got obviously Max Domi back, and I am getting a whole bunch of messages right now that I will ignore. um, but anyway, yeah. So the stats here are self-explanatory. Max Domi, 43 points in 43 games. William Nylander, 40 points in 43 games, and Taylor. Taylor Hall with 38 points in 43 games. So I believe Max Domi is what we needed to get Nylander really going. He's finally producing on a $10 million contract, which is ridiculous, but whatever. And I am now getting a call. All right. Jesus. That's the problem with being online all the time. Anyway. Yeah, so looks like everyone's a plus here. And yeah, it was a good move getting to know in the preseason, or not preseason, off season as well, because he's a plus 19 at the moment, and only minus is Trocheck. So yeah, it's pretty solid. Power play goals, I don't think we've scored much. Goldobin 5, and John Gibson and Raymakers doing their jobs. 2.17 goals against average for Gibson, 2.24 for Raymakers, and yeah, so there's the stats. Everything's looking good so far. And we're back. Sorry guys, I got interrupted once again. Gotta love that. But here we go. I believe we're checking out the team standings now. Yep. All right. So let's see. We are in second in the league, 1 point behind the Tampa Bay Lightning. So that's good. Goals for per game, we are above 3. So that's, once again, good. Goals against per game, we are third in the league with a 2.3. So that's very nice. So 5-on-5 wise, at least, we are getting it done. Power play, though, we are 26th in the league with a 14.8% success rate on the power play. So obviously something that needs to be changed there. Penalty kill, we've been sort of like all year, but you know what? It hasn't gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better. So as long as our goals against average is up there with the top of the rest of the league, I don't really, as long as that's up there again, the penalty kill isn't necessarily a concern of mine right now. What is a concern is the power play, because those were some atrocious numbers. So yeah, I don't know why I just went to the GM tracker screen there. I guess it's just a habit, just to see if there's any upgrades available. But yeah, going to the going to, I believe, the coaching options here for a second. What am I doing? Again, this is a post commentary, boys. I sort of forget exactly what happened. I mean, I know generally what happened, but I'm not going to be able to do things, play-by-play wise, at least in terms of what's going on the screen, because it's just not my style. So I moved Carrick back to the first line power play, and I instead decided to put I decided to put William Nylander on the second line power play alongside Harper and Kucherov, and then I put Goldobin on the first line. Hold on. I know I moved Nylander to the first line or second line power play. Yeah, I replaced him with Goldobin. Just to spread out the scoring a bit. And I put Kucherov on the left. So there you go. And again, I really apologize if the quality of this commentary isn't fantastic. Again, post-commentary is just not my style. So, yeah, move Hall over there, because Goldobin's got some tremendous power. Put him on the left. He could use that slap shot pretty well, hopefully, if he's going down on the rush. But I guess if he's just waiting for a one-timer, I mean, he can, go behind the net or something and then circle around and get open. But we'll just see how that works out for us. And we're going to do another 6 weeks here, going up to the trade deadline, I believe. The dates in this simulation are actually a little bit off too. Usually, that's January 15th right there that we're starting on that Monday. But I guess the simulation's a bit gone a bit crazy this year. Year 10, so it can't be an EA Sports game without something like that happening. I mean, it sort of makes sense when you think about it, given that not every Tuesday or Monday is going to be the 15th of a month on every single year, so or every other month or whatever. So really, it makes sense. I mean, it's just weird that it happened only happened once on year 10. With like different dates showing up on different days of the week and stuff. It's weird. All right, so again, I'm just looking for stuff to talk about. I do not do well in post commentaries. I'm doing my best, boys, and here we go with the All-Star game. I believe Taylor Hall and John Gibson are All-Stars. Yep, there's Taylor Hall. And going to slowly go through the lines there. I believe, Crosby's on the third line there. And so I don't think we had any defensemen, did we? Yeah, no, I don't think Riley's in the All-Star team. Goaltender-wise, John Gibson is right there on the starting position, and we're just going to skip past the All-Star game. And I guess we'll resume the simulation here. And so we got Columbus, Florida coming up here. And there is a 5-3 loss against Columbus. Not good, boys. Come on, get back in the winning column here against Florida. They're not too great. And, of course, by EA Sports' logic, we got to lose to them. New Jersey, they're like, at the moment. And, of course, we lose. Little Western road trip here. Chicago, Nashville. There's a 3-2 win. And we're getting offered a trade by Ottawa. Curtis Lazar for a third-round pick, it looks like, and 2 unsigned prospects. We're going to decline that because, again, we don't want to mess with the chemistry of our team because we are near the top of the league, I would imagine, with a record like 33, 17, and 3. So, yeah, let's see. So we got a little Canadian game streak here. Vancouver, Calgary, Winnipeg. Won against Vancouver, lost against Calgary. Come on, we can get a win against Winnipeg here. Literally. Yeah, Winnipeg is doing what's in their name. Winning that game. I'm just looking for things to talk about. So there's a nice win against Chicago. Got a little Western road trip going on here. Anaheim, Vancouver, Calgary. I believe we're almost at the stopping point here. Curtis Lazar being offered to us once again. We're going to say no to that. And gotta get this simulation done quickly here so we can check out the stats, the team standings, see how we have improved. See if there's any changes that we need to make by chance at the trade deadline, stuff like that. And one other thing I was thinking about. So, I mean, like during the past 2 seasons, we've been kicked out in the first round. So I'm thinking actually a part of that is because we don't have enough young talent, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I know veterans help out with the playoff run a lot, but here's where I'm coming from. Like, the young guys are going to provide the energy. And, like, I feel like in this game that you need a perfect balance of veterans and young guys. And right now our youngest player on the team is Kip Harper, I believe, who's 24. So I was thinking about going out and getting some younger guys, like 24, 23 years old. Maybe even if it's just 1 or 2 more younger guys, like maybe to fill in for Smith or like a fourth liner or something. I don't know. You guys gotta let me know on that because I'm still not really decided there. But I feel like it would help out just a little bit because again, our team was a lot younger when we won. Well, obviously it was a lot younger when we won the Stanley Cup a few years back. Twice, as a matter of fact, twice in 3 years. So I would really love for year 10 to be obviously a Stanley Cup win. Anything short would be a disappointment, but you know, I mean, this GM mode has been, it's been fun. It really has. Um, you know, with the two Stanley Cups, the President's trophies that we've gotten, and I'm just rambling right now. I'm just again looking for things to talk about. So Morgan Riley, he's got 41 points at this point in the season. I'd say he's on pace for about a 50 to 55 point season. That sounds about right for him. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten any like 70-point seasons like he did a few years ago. But you know, it is what it is. As long as people are getting points on the team, and I don't know if you saw earlier, but our entire first line has 62, 61, and 60 points in Taylor Hall, Domi, and Nylander. That is the kind of production I'm looking for out of them, and hopefully that can continue into the playoffs. Our second line isn't doing too bad. I saw Kucherov there. He's on pace for about 50 points. Mr. Consistency there on the second line. Goldobin, yeah, there's Kucherov as I was about to as I was just saying. Kip Harper, I wish he did a bit more, honestly, but you know what, we're winning, and you know what, it's just yeah. So I know Puljujarvi, going back to the that young guy thing. I know we have Puljujarvi. We have Sean Day. I think he's under 27, and then we have again Kip Harper. We only have like 3 guys on our main roster that are under 27 years old. So again, I don't know if that's something that you guys would suggest I do, but again, leave it down in the comments if I should get a younger player, I guess, for like an energy boost in the playoffs when the old guys are, I guess, gassed. I mean, I don't know if the old guys are going to be gassed in the playoffs, given that, you know, the reason they start to turn it on after the trade deadline is because, you know, it's, I guess, because that's when the games start to really count. But yeah, we're here sitting in second. We're actually tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning in terms of points, although St. Louis and Dallas are right behind us. Goals for per game, we are still sitting above 3.1, so that's good. Our goals are still sitting there fine. Goals against average is fine, 2.43, so we're 5th in the league. Power play actually really improved. We're up to 18.8. We're in the middle of the pack now, so power play is actually clicking. It's probably one of the best in the league as at this point in time. You know, like within the past 6 simulation weeks, it's probably one of the best power plays since we improved from like 14 to almost 19%. And you know, of course, penalty kills still got to be down there, but at least it's not getting worse. It's not getting better. Whatever. So with that, yeah, we will, I guess, head into the trade deadline. Well, not in this video. We're heading into the trade deadline next video. Let me know in the comments what we should do. And so, yeah, we're just taking a look at the standings here. I really don't know what to say in these empty times where I really just I'm sure you guys noticed there's these random times where I just run out of things to say, and I hate that. It's the worst part of post commentary. That's sort of why I, you know, started doing NHL videos in the first place, because they're the type of video that you have to sort of live commentate. Otherwise, it's just going to be boring. I mean, hopefully this video isn't boring. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is, given that, again, I'm not that skilled at post commentary. But at least, you know, I didn't want to, you know, put unfitting music in it. I didn't want to leave it completely silent. So and I didn't want to not upload it either. So that'd be like 2 skipped episodes within like 3 3 episodes. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. So again, we'll just upload this. And I believe we're getting towards the end of the video here. We've got about 2 minutes left. So Jesus. So oh yeah, I was talking about here again, getting a younger guy. And I'm not going to do any more simulating in this video. But anyway, that'll about end it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.